I woke up gasping for air and in excruciating pain. Where the hell was I? I couldn't remember a thing. I lay there trying to retrace my steps, but my mind was completely blank. Suddenly, the door opened and a man entered. He looked vaguely familiar, but I couldn't quite figure out who he was. He gave me a warm smile, leaned in, and gave me a kiss on the forehead. "Hey, sweetie, welcome back." Well, he was rather handsome, I must admit, and I was smitten by his charming smile. In a state of frenzy, I asked him who he was and where I was. He tried to explain everything to me, that I had gotten into an accident, fell on my head, and badly injured myself. He said that he was happy that I finally woke up. Apparently, I had been in a coma for 2 weeks. My head started to hurt, trying to remember. He started crying and told me that his name was Eric and that he was my husband. I didn't know what to think. I wanted to get up, but I couldn't. Then he pulled out a photo from our wedding day. Sure enough, it was me and him kissing. I was confused, but I guess things could be worse. It took me some time to get reacquainted with him. He was really sweet. He brought me breakfast in bed, gave me massages, and would tell me stories about our lives together in hopes of helping me remember. It really was like two strangers getting to know each other for the first time. But things started getting uncomfortable. Sometimes I'd wake up in the middle of the night and see him staring at me. And on another night, I woke up to him smelling me. I got annoyed and pushed him away. He said that he only wanted to savor my beauty and that he was so thrilled to have his wife back in his life again. Why did I marry this man? He was kind of creepy. Gradually, I started feeling better, and one day, it didn't hurt to move around. I decided to give our relationship a chance. After weeks of staying inside that room, I was finally able to get out of bed and walk again. I wanted to surprise and show him that I could walk on my own. Eric was working out back in the shed. The house was beautiful. There were pictures of us together, hanging on all of the walls. We looked so in love, and I had a huge grin in all of them. When he entered the house and saw me standing on my own, he looked angry for a moment, but then said that he was happy to see me up and kissed me on the cheek. We decided to go out for an evening stroll. Our town was very beautiful. It was also very secluded. Eric tried to be a gentleman and kept insisting on helping me walk. I was getting annoyed because I felt totally fine, and if anything, would like to be able to practice walking on my own. "You're acting like I'm going to run away from you." I started to get frustrated, so I told him that I needed space and tried to storm off. Then he yelled at me. He started complaining about how he knows what's best for me and that the doctor told him that I should take it easy and not put any stress on my leg. Then he went on a rampage about how I was ungrateful, that he's done everything to make our lives perfect, and that I probably wanted to run away and leave him. Then he grabbed my arm really hard. I slapped him across the face. "Don't you ever lay a hand on me like that again." He apologized and started begging for forgiveness. I forgave him and things went back to normal. I noticed that he always seemed anxious and would always look out the window. He was preparing dinner for us. I was kind of impressed. I started to think that he wasn't so bad. "Thank you for dinner. It's really delicious. Anything for you. Can I just say how beautiful you are? I can't help but love you more with each passing day." He got up and was getting the desserts ready when I turned around. "Eric? Huh? Amy, we need to go." "I'm not going anywhere. Who are you?" "What do you mean?" "I'm Derek." I looked at him and then Eric on the ground in a puddle of blood. He asked for my phone and I said I didn't have one. He looked at Eric on the ground and went through his pocket. He grabbed Eric's photo and ID. "You piece of shit. You're lucky I don't kill you now." "Who are you?" Your husband. But he's my husband. No, that's my psychotic twin brother and your stalker. What are you talking about? Please, give me a minute. He called 911 and the police arrived shortly after. Derek spoke to the officers who immediately arrested Eric. Before he got into the back of the vehicle, he yelled out that he'll always love me and that he'd return like he always does. Derek came over and hugged me. I pushed him away. I was confused and, I'll admit, a little sad. I was starting to fall for Eric. Derek started crying. He explained that months ago, I started receiving anonymous calls and texts. There were a few break-ins when he was away on business trips, and after some investigation, we discovered that his estranged twin brother was released from jail and was stalking me, that he has always been obsessed with me ever since we were young, and was always envious of Derek because of that. Over time, that pain drove him mad, and we had to get a restraining order. One night, when Derek was supposed to be away, Eric broke into the house and was about to kill his brother. But he couldn't do it. So instead he shot his leg, tied him up, and kept him in the shed for months. Eric came after me when I was in our bedroom, but I jumped out the window before he could lay a finger on me, resulting in my concussion and broken bones. And since then, he pretended to be my husband by stealing his brother's identity and made us stay in our summer home in the countryside. I couldn't utter a word. This was all so bizarre. I was intimate with that guy. Derek looked at me and told me that I could take all the time I needed to process what had happened. I can definitely say that I have major trust issues now. Do I even love Derek? And I know that one day, Eric will come back for me. I really need to make more friends. What can I say? I've always been a lone wolf, but occasionally crave some human interaction. I realized that I didn't have a large support system. Sad, huh? My closest friends either lived out of state or our friendship had dissipated. So, I decided to join a Discord server for meetups in my city, in hopes of making a new friend. He went by the name of Steve. We started talking and he seemed cool. I thought we could be friends because we seemed to share similar interests like music, TV shows, and really, he was just easy to talk to. I told him that I was only looking for friends as I was already with someone. He agreed that things would stay platonic between us. Anyway, it was nice to have someone new check up on me throughout the day. He seemed like he could be that supportive friend that I needed in my life. I also wanted to believe that women and men are able to be just friends. Eventually, we made plans to meet in person. The day before our plans, he sent me a recording of himself playing the guitar and singing. I didn't believe that it was actually him, so he sent me another recording. But this time, he said my Discord name and said that this was his proof of authenticity. We started talking more about music, such as debates on whether the Rolling Stones or the Beatles were better, and talked about potentially collaborating one day. The next day, we decided to get dinner at a Korean barbecue spot when I got off work. I was nervous beforehand. What if this dude was sketchy or made inappropriate advances at me? Thankfully, I carried pepper spray in my bag.
Wow. Hey, Mary. That's a really cool outfit.
This made me feel a bit uncomfortable. But I just said thanks and figured, what did I have to lose? If anything, I was going to have a good meal that night. Not to sound harsh, but I wasn't attracted to him in the slightest. One of the first things he did was apologize for using a Korean celebrity's picture as his Discord photo.
Sorry. So my Discord photo is actually a Korean celebrity.
I was catfished.
No. I got this. It's on me.
I wanted to split it since we were only meeting as friends, but he immediately gave his card to the waiter. Following dinner, we went for a walk and talked about music, adulthood, and our upbringing. When it was time to part ways, he dropped me off at the train station.
Wow, your eyes are gorgeous. I can tell by just looking at them that you're a genuine person.
I didn't know what to say. Shortly after we said our goodbyes, he texted me and told me that he had a great time and that it had been a while since he felt like he could connect with someone. I sighed in relief. I never have to see the guy again. He was giving me creepy vibes, but he seemed nice. I tried my best not to lead him on, and didn't compliment him on anything aside from his achievements in life. He continued texting me even when I ignored his messages or gave him short responses.
Hey, is everything okay? I hope you're not upset with me. I was just kind of really hoping to see you again. I hope you understand.
He could sense that something was wrong.
I just wanted to say that I hope you're well.
When I stopped texting him, he would send me sappy recordings of him singing and playing the guitar, as well as YouTube links to music that reminded him of me. Mind you, this was only after meeting in person once. He'd try to call me even while I was working, and would text me things like,
I'm sorry if I'm bothering you. I kept thinking about you today. I must sound pathetic. Please, call me when you can.
I finally responded and said, I think you're amazing, but you're showing interest in me in a way that's making me uncomfortable. You know I am already with someone, and apologize for potentially leading him on. He said that us meeting felt important and that he didn't want to ignore that. He said that he couldn't help but feel like I could be the one thing that would haunt him if he didn't try. After a week of non-stop messages from him, he finally got the hint and said he'd still be there for me if I changed my mind and wanted to hang out with him.
If you ever feel free from your previous commitment, I still love to get to know you and hope that you feel the same way. If not, I understand.
I didn't respond. Well, for weeks, life went back to normal. I vowed to never join Discord servers like that again, and laughed at myself for putting myself out there and trying to make new friends. What the fuck, dude?
Please, Mary, just hear me out.
Are you stalking me now?
Come back! Please! Mary! I just want to show you how much I've fallen for you. I've been waiting for you.
I do not like you and never will.
I don't mean to scare you. I just need to talk to you. Hear me out! Mary! Please!
The following week, when things finally simmered down and I felt like I could breathe again, I had the sudden urge to go through my Instagram to see who I could follow from my contact list. I came across a name I was not familiar with and tried to view it. It was on private. So I Facebook searched the name. I will never forget the shock I felt when I figured out who it was. It was the guy who claimed to be Steve, except it was a totally different name. It was his real name. The idiot didn't do a successful job at hiding his identity on the internet and linked his phone number to his Instagram. However, this wasn't even the most shocking part of what I had discovered. The next thing I discovered was that he was a pastor at a church. He lied to me about his name and his occupation. He told me that he was a businessman. I was so confused. I visited the church website and even found some of his sermon recordings, many of which were about being a good, faithful Samaritan. After more investigation, I uncovered something else. He's a married man. He has photos of him and his wife on his Facebook page, and she's beautiful. This man lied about his identity, and he's a married pastor. We even have mutual friends on Facebook. What the heck was I supposed to do with this information? Well, I contacted the police and ended up getting a restraining order. I'm not sure if he's still married or works at the church, but good riddance. Since then, I've been more careful about who I open up to, and my trust issues are even more prevalent. I had been struggling financially for a few months and almost gave up on my dreams of becoming a full-time content creator. I was devastated. I love my LA apartment. So when my best friend Caitlin told me she was planning on moving to LA next week, but hadn't found an apartment yet, I told her she could have my place since I was moving back home. She called me crazy and that she'd cover the rent if she could move in with me. I was relieved. I had no idea how Caitlin had all this money. Maybe she found a new sugar daddy or mama. A week later, Caitlin arrived, and I was happy we were roommates again. After getting settled in, we were watching The Bachelor and sharing a bottle of Merlot. Thanks for being here. Don't thank me. I got you. About that, can I ask how? Well, this is a judgment-free zone, right? Of course. Okay, well, I'm a content creator. You finally made your own channel? Well, it's a little different. I'm on OnlyFans. What? She showed me her OnlyFans account, and I was speechless. She had videos with different men and was definitely not camera shy. I was impressed, and not too surprised. Caitlin has always been really open with her sexuality, and is always half naked anyway. I'm making 6 figures a month, and I've only been doing it for 3 months. Have you ever thought about doing it? I blushed. You're gorgeous. They will love you there. I've never felt more empowered. I can teach you. You know what? I don't know if it's the wine talking, but f*** it. I think I'm down. Caitlin was giddy with excitement as she made an account for me and explained how it all worked. I'm here if you need anything. I'm exhausted from the flight, so I'm going to head to bed. I went back to my room and thought it over. I do need the money. So I changed into something a little more revealing and started taking pictures. I was really buzzed. I uploaded a photo and then passed out soon after. In the morning, Caitlin ran into my room. Why are you still asleep? It's almost... Whoa. Hot outfit. You did it, didn't you? I checked the time on my phone and saw that I had a ton of messages and subscribers on OnlyFans. This is really impressive for one post. I told you, I did feel empowered. After a month of consistency on OnlyFans, I was making bank and could afford rent again. Then one night, while hanging out with Caitlin, she brought something up. So, I've been thinking. We're both doing really well on OnlyFans, but want to do even better? How? A collaboration. She asked me to hear her out, that we'd test it. We have hooked up once in the past after getting really drunk in college. Nothing romantic. What would we even do? She explained that we could just do a photo or a short video with lingerie on. I agreed. We drank a bit more and got ready. Caitlin entered my room and ran to my bed. So, what do we do? Relax and follow my lead. Caitlin started taking pictures of us together. Then she said we should record a video. I was looking at the camera, playing with my hair, and then Caitlin started caressing my cheek, and then kissed me. And I went with it for a while. We ended up hooking up that night. I woke up in the morning next to Caitlin. I really miss that. Caitlin, I'm sorry, but that was a mistake. I always sensed that Caitlin had a thing for me. She would always get jealous when I hung out with my exes. No, it wasn't. You felt it too. Stop denying it. Caitlin, I can't do this. Whatever. Things started taking a turn for the worse. She started getting jealous when she saw comments about my beauty. Eventually, the passive-aggressiveness got exhausting. I sat her down one evening. Caitlin, this is really uncomfortable for me to say, but I think it would be best if we didn't live together anymore. What? You're in a good place now because of me and want to kick me out after all my help? You're such a bitch. And I'm grateful for that, but this isn't healthy. F*** you. I'll leave, but believe me, you will regret it. You have until the end of the week to move out. We started arguing. I couldn't take it anymore, so I went to my room and slammed my door. I tried not to think about it. I woke up to Caitlin on top of me. I pushed her off me and started screaming. Caitlin started crying and confessed that she has always been in love with me. I had enough of her bullshit. I grabbed all her stuff and threw it out the window. After a lot of fighting, tears, and screaming, I finally managed to get Caitlin out of my apartment. A week later, I was feeling better. I checked my OnlyFans and saw that I was making 6 figures. Caitlin? Wait. No. Anne, are you there? A man. It was midnight. I'm ready for you, baby. I ran over here as soon as I saw. What the hell? I went to my bedroom and ignored the door, but he wouldn't leave. Damn, I just remembered that I forgot about the spare key I left in the flower pot for Caitlin, since she was really forgetful. He found it and entered my apartment. I pulled out my pocket knife from my bag. Then I heard more knocks and men gathering outside my front door. The man walked into my bedroom. Anne, are you here? I heard that you were in the mood to have some fun tonight. What the f*** are you talking about? Get out of my house. He started getting undressed. He ran to me and wrapped his arms around me. You're more stunning in person. I told him to get off me, but he wouldn't let go. So I stabbed his leg. Why'd you do that for? I only came because of Caitlin's OnlyFans. What? He cried out in pain. I tried to check her account, but saw that she blocked me. Sorry, can I check your phone? I grabbed the guy's phone and went on his OnlyFans. Caitlin. She posted the video of us, and the caption said, "Don't you want to do this to her as well? She's open for business. First come, first served," and included my address. I immediately called 911. I reported Caitlin, but there wasn't much they could do about it, so I moved out and haven't spoken to her since. I'm still on OnlyFans. I'm not going to allow her to affect my life. I have more followers than her anyway. Whereas she's lost a ton since I exposed her.